we've got some questions from listeners, and we've got some silly questions, and we've got some nerdy questions, we've got some Formula One questions, and we've just got some random questions. So hopefully, this will be the best interview you do for the whole. Let's be honest, for the whole season.
It will be, yeah.
For the whole
season. Wow, that's quite a claim to fame, isn't it?
I've never met you guys before, and I'll be honest, it's a tricky one to interview the pair of you after the race at the weekend, because there was highs and there were lows.
Was there?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you not see?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So what's that with you, Oscar? How was Sunday?
Even for me, it was a mixed bag. I had a penalty in qualifying, which kind of sucked. But yeah, managed to finish second, which was good. Obviously Lando and Max gave me a couple of positions, but I'll take the second place, close to a win, which would have been very special. But no, a nice bag of points and a nice podium. So I'll take it when I can get it.
Well, mate, congratulations.
Thank you.
Another one. Put it on the list. And Lando, been a few days, obviously. We're looking forward.
Yes.
Absolutely, we are.
You can look back, but don't stare at the weekend. It's been a few days now.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about everything that happened?
I mean, in general, I'm feeling good. Like I'm very excited for the British Grand Prix.
Exactly right.
But at the same time, I reviewed everything. We've gone over stuff. And let's say I wouldn't really change what I did. I was fighting. And that's what we want. We want to fight. We don't want to complain, and we don't want things to end like they did, both from Max's side and from my side. So that's life sometimes. We're fighting. We both want to win, and we're going to push it to the limits. Some slightly more than others. But at the same time, I'm excited. It's we're gonna have plenty more fights together, and I look forward to those times.
Does it help the fact that everybody seems to be on your side?
No, I mean there's people on both. I think you're always going to
mainly on yours. Let's be honest.
No comment. But yeah, it's tough. Like when it's a lot harder to do some things when you're behind the wheel. Like it's not as easy as and ever as simple as saying, "Why did you do that? Why didn't you do this?" Yeah. Because when you're in the car, you're making these decisions.
It's split seconds.
It's splits. Yeah, exactly. And it's so hard to be as accurate as what it looks like on TV. So when it is those 2 centimeters more than it should be or stuff like that, it's almost impossible to judge. But that's what it is. That's the competition we're against. And we love it. Like, we want to go out and race hard, and we want it to be easy because we just want to win. But at the same time, it puts a smile on our face when we can have that competition and race. And I think it's good for everyone watching. So that's the main thing.
Listen, it's a very exciting, things like that make it an exciting and infuriating race, even just for the viewer. And also as well, I mean, I'm not expecting you to make any comment on this, but, even as a viewer, we're never 100% sure what the rules are.
Yeah.
If they'll make a ruling about something, if they'll look at it, if they won't look at it. So, it keeps us on our toes, and we're just sat on the sofa watching.
If it's not anything else, it's entertaining.
It is entertaining.
Exactly right.
Wise words.
So, Silverstone British Grand Prix is obviously this weekend. Is every race day the same? Do you have literally a schedule, or does it change race to race?
We have a schedule for, basically every minute of our lives. Yeah. But, the race day is basically the same every time. Depending on where you're racing, sometimes the race is a bit later, a bit earlier, so then it changes a bit. But most of the things are the same every weekend.
It's kind of repeat.
A little bit more busy though.
But Silverstone for me, probably for Melbourne, for Oscar, home races are always a little bit more different because you have extra things you have to go and do. You have, my family are coming, so I have more guests and things like that. So it changes a little bit, but in terms of timings and waking up, doing your routines, all of that kind of thing, it stays pretty similar. But I think it does probably for a lot of sportsmen or women, whatever sport they do.
Does it put more pressure on you because it is your home Grand Prix, or does it help you?
Pressure is motivation.
That's what I said.
Oh, that's good.
Pressure is motivation. You just want to go out and put on a good show.
Sure.
You want to do well for them because the amount of people are going to be there cheering for me, supporting me. It's a weird feeling because I'm just a normal guy that just drives cars. But when you see that and when you feel it, it's the coolest thing in the world. And I don't think you really get it in any everything else in life. So when you have it, you're like, damn, I want to put on a good show for them today and go out and do well.
When it's a home race, in the days leading up to it, do you get text messages from friends from school that you've not heard from in a while going, hey, how are you? Any chance of a couple of tickets for the weekend?
Even my best friends do that, which is not easy to do because you don't just get unlimited tickets. No. Even as drivers, you're very, very... It's very, very limited. So when all of your friends suddenly come out and go, hey, been thinking, it's been a while, I want to see you. You're like, oh, okay.
What are you up to them, though? We must catch up.
Yeah.
Do you sleep before the race during the day or not?
During the day?
Yes.
Like a little nap before the race?
Well, there was a story that the Schumacher used to go and have a sleep before he would race or something like that.
I have naps. I have my naps.
Do you?
Yeah. Like that is my warm up. My warm up's my nap. That's how I get into the game.
How do you nap? Are you not just a bundle of energy?
Yeah. I am. Like I am 100%.
But you can doze. Like you can.
But
put yourself in your
go
room
into my room. I turn the lights off. I put some headphones on.
Right.
And I'll just. I try zone out. Like I think when you try and think, if you try and think of things too much, it's just as bad as not having enough information. So for me, it's getting the information, trying to digest it, but then having 10, 20 minutes to myself or just napping and kind of take my mind away from it so that I can come back and focus on what I got to do. But there's so many things that you can think of and, things that can happen, variations, variables of racing. If you try and have all of it in your head, it's too much and you can't actually focus.
I don't know how you don't have it in your head. That's the thing. I would be like, we have this thing every Sunday night. I can't sleep because the show is in the morning. It's another week and whatever. I'm not nervous or anything. My head is just busy and I find it very hard to just zone out.
But I think it's a good thing.
I always find Sunday after the race harder to sleep.
Yes.
The Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, because the adrenaline's still going.
Buzzing, yeah.
Yeah, like you've just done a 2-hour race, exhausted, should be able to fall asleep pretty easily, but
no, I'm the same.
Doesn't happen.
What do you listen to take your mind off it?
Chris Moyles show.
Yeah, baby.
Silly question, man.
Yeah.
To go to sleep.
I've just discovered that he owns headphones, which you wouldn't know if you're in the hospitality next to him, because I hear his music all the time.
Oh, is it one
I
of
say
them?
I put headphones in. I don't. I have the biggest speaker you can get.
Do you?
And puts it right next to
But it's
my
like the
wall.
speaker for the whole building. Yet it's for my room, which is probably about a quarter of the size, not even about a fifth of the size of this room. So when I got that on full blast, everyone can hear it.
So I've become a country fan by association with Lando.
He's been forced into being a country fan.
Is that what you listen to?
Yeah, I'm a country boy.
Yeah, what sort of stuff do you...
I mean, I'm from Glastonbury, so
Okay, of course,
I am country.
Yeah, you are literally a country boy.
Yes.
Wow.
Have you ever been to the festival?
Never been.
Never been. And you're not really likely to go for the next few years either, are
Probably
you?
not.
No. The first podium Oscar was the Japanese Grand Prix last year.
Yes.
Can you remember any of it or every moment of it?
Maybe not every single moment, but I remember standing up on the podium, seeing all the fans, and the Japanese fans are really passionate as well, and I think they gave me a bit of an extra cheer because it was my first podium. So, that was really, 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 really cool.
Everybody was delighted.
Thank you.
Everybody was really
was
tough
cool.
for you.
Thank you.
And then, of course, because obviously you've raced before, you're so used to it, you've worked your way up to Formula One. It's what a journey for the pair of you, for every driver. They've had to earn their place. And then as you say, race day is very similar. But then on that particular day, you did something you'd never done before, and you probably had to go, I don't know, where do I go? I've never been up the stairs before. I go that way. Is it this way? Is it?
I mean, I guess everyone getting into F1, they've kind of won a lot on the way up. So I knew how to get there.
You've been sprayed in the face with champagne before.
I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not a new thing.
Although not quite like Lando sprayed me in the face that day with champagne.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I was blind for the next few days. But,
I don't think people know how much it stings.
I was going to say, you can see
It's
it.
horrendous.
Yeah, it
I
must be
can't
awful.
see for at least a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it hurts a lot.
It's a very weird tradition, I think, still to
Spraying
this day.
champagne. Just,
Well,
just
cool, though.
getting rid of it.
Because as well, yeah, but like if you did that to a normal person, they give it the big bottle and they go, I'm taking that home. I am not wasting one drop of that right there.
Yeah.
And also the weirdest thing, have you just driven very, very fast for 50, 60, 70 laps, whatever it may be, and then they give you booze. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we go to the Middle Eastern countries, though, obviously a lot of them have no alcohol.
Yeah.
So they give us, I don't know what they give
It's
us,
like a
but
sparkling apple juice.
yeah, I think
Mix.
Like
I think
apple
I've had
ties.
Like Schlur, yeah.
I think I've had Sprite before in a champagne bottle. Let me tell you, that does not spray very well.
Oh,
the
no.
most
That's sticky, isn't it?
disappointing champagne.
But I'm not a fan of. It's actually sparkling wine. Isn't it sparkling wine?
Oh.
Sparkling wine. It's not champagne.
Oh. What,
really?
what, race to race? Most races?
The brand that they use is it's a sparkling wine.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
Save
champagne.
some money.
It's not lovely.
They'll have to send some in so we can.
We'll bring some next time.
Yeah.
Please do.
After this weekend.
Yeah, we like alcohol.
Right, I'm going to fly through some of the questions. I could talk to you guys for hours, but let me fly through some stuff. These are questions from us and from listeners. Do Formula One cars have horns?
They should, but they don't.
Yeah, they don't. It's
I
called
don't
the
think
radio.
you hear anything anyway, you know.
Yeah, good point.
You got the earplugs in,
that's
your
true,
team
yeah.
are talking to you, you got the helmets on.
That's a good point.
But maybe people on the outside would love it.
That would be hilarious. Just you overtake someone. That'd be great.
And you have your own,
Your own, like,
your own
so everyone knows. Oh, that's Lando. Here we
yeah,
go.
ice
Oh,
cream on.
Oscar's there. Or whatever. Next silly question: did you both pass your driving test the first time?
I did.
Practical, yeah.
Ooh.
So, did you pass your driving test the first time?
My driving test, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
The one where I drive.
Not the theory
The
one.
one where you use your brain, no.
No. Okay. All right.
That's quite tricky, the theory one, I think.
Yeah.
You never had to do it, did you? 'Cause
Well,
you
no, but
passed
I've done it.
You passed
Because
the
my
test
children,
black and
my
white.
children were learning to drive and stuff, and I've gone through. I got like 50% right, so I've been driving for years. It's quite a worry, actually.
So I have two questions. You can choose to which one to answer if you want, right? Once again, because I know that the world's media jump on everything you say.
Yeah.
So you've got two questions, but you can choose which one you answer. Have you ever been stopped by the police for speeding? Or have you ever been on a speed awareness course?
I've never been on a speed awareness course.
Okay.
Neither have I.
Okay. You should. They're fascinating.
They are great,
I might
actually.
try it.
Yeah.
How do you both pronounce Danny Rick's surname?
Rick. Danny Rick. I don't think I've ever attempted the rest. Ricciardo.
What? Ricardo.
Well, that's it. There's a bit of.
This is
So the Italians. I'm
Ricciardo.
sure- yes. There you go.
So I would say the same as you, Oscar. I would say Ricardo, but you said Ricciardo.
Yeah.
I've
done everything.
I have this thing with Bernie Collins, who I've never met, by the way, who called him Danny Ricciardo. And I went, Danny Ricciardo? Who calls him Danny Ricciardo? Well, it turns out Bernie and you do, but I've never heard that otherwise.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I just call him whatever I want.
What does he call you?
Things that can't be said on here.
Things that cannot be repeated.
all right, let me fly through some of these. Can you thank Lando from me for choosing my daughter Eva's design for his helmet at the 2020 British Grand Prix?
Yeah.
It was
Eva,
COVID,
sick
so we
girl.
never got to meet him, but it was amazing.
Yeah, that was the coolest. She designed my helmet for the British Grand Prix. Like, she drew it out.
Wow.
It was the coolest thing. Like, she put my name as like Lando. There we go.
Yeah, there's pictures.
Which is, and I think it's now in the museum at Silverstone. I think it's still there in the museum.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's very sweet.
It was cute. So yeah, this was during COVID, so there was no fans, that kind of thing. But it's always nice when you do this type of thing, because I think you throw it back to when you were a kid.
Absolutely,
and I
yeah.
used to always draw and design my helmets.
Yeah.
There's Lando Norris.
Lando Norris.
Left at the bottom.
But it was cool, you know. It's nice to do these kind of things, because nowadays I think everyone's helmets look quite similar, and it's easy to have like too much of a perfect design. This is like just natural, as much from the heart as you can get.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. So I
What
loved
a
it.
cool thing.
I'll design yours if you want, Oscar, for a race. I could do a job.
I
just
might
like
ask
that.
Eva as well.
And hers might be better. What is your favourite track to race, Oscar?
My favorite track is Spa.
Right.
Yep.
Suzuka, Japan.
Okay.
But I would say Silverstone is second, genuinely.
What about driving conditions, rain or hot heat? Does it vary track to track? Are some tracks better for the rain, some tracks better for dry?
I love rain, but when there's no spray.
Right.
Which is basically never. But if it's wet and you're on your own, it's cool. But in a racing situation, I think it's hard for us to describe to people how
little you can see.
Impossible it is to actually know where you're going.
Yeah.
But you
Like
say-
getting to the edge of this room,
Like we cannot see from here to this window.
Really?
And we're going whatever speed.
But there are races that we watch, again, sat on the sofa, and you're just like, I don't know how the hell that they're racing in this. I just...
Yeah.
I
Sometimes we
get
think that
nervous.
too.
But it's not because we don't want to, but it's, we just, we want to go out and race in whatever the conditions are, but sometimes it's you cannot see from here to there, which is 5-6 meters.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's pretty shocking.
It's
But
very dangerous
hard
to go that fast in the rain.
It is dumb.
You need to slow down a bit.
Yeah.
Two more quick questions. Can you ask Lando and Oscar if they could have any boost added to their car to make it more interesting in a Mario Kart kind of way?
Oh, like a little add-on.
Yeah, like a slippy banana.
Yep.
What would you go for?
I mean, I think I've had like 12 second places, so a little blue shell would get rid of number one very easily. So a blue shell would work beautifully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a little star, if you start
Yeah.
20th, little star.
The Invinci Star, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Invinci Star.
Okay, and then the final question for Oscar is, can you do a Tim Tam Slam?
I've seen there's a whole load of Tim Tams just there.
There is a whole lot of Tim Tams just there. I've never done a Tim Tam Slam.
What's a Tim Tam Slam?
I believe
You do all of them.
It's where you bite the ends off the Tim Tam and then you put it in...
you drink your tea through it.
Yeah, or tea or coffee.
Which, apparently it's a big thing. I'm not so convinced about it, if I'm honest. I just like eating the Tim Tams.
Right.
So I can't... I don't know if I can do a Tim Tam Slam. I've never
Okay.
tried.
You
All right.
can have
And
a
I
normal
won't
Tim
be
Tam.
trying.
I'll tell you what, I'll
Thank you.
leave the packet for you, and then in
Yeah.
the privacy of your own home,
I will try.
if you want to try it, you can.
Thank you.
You can try it.
I appreciate that.
And finally, I'm an amazing DJ. Can you have a word with Zach Brown so that I can come to one of the races and do a live DJ set on the roof of the motorhome?
Absolutely. I mean,
Thanks.
it was on fire. But
Well, yeah, but you borrowed one, so that's.
we got another one. Actually,
But
we're
it's
back
back.
in the old one now.
Oh, you are?
It's
Yeah,
back
it's
this
all
weekend.
been redone.
But we don't have a roof.
I retired from DJing, but I used to be a DJ as well.
Did you?
Did
Yeah,
you?
I retired.
We,
I peaked, and
It was laying down all those hot country tracks.
are you the kind of guy that just presses play?
Excuse me.
Whoa, whoa.
I have a lot of respect for DJs. I love DJing.
Listen,
I'll do it back in my future.
you get me out there and I'll have that place raving. You'll
Oh,
love it.
yeah.
All right, we'll have a little
I'm sure you
rooftop
would.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. So where would be good? Singapore, it's a bit too far for me.
Oh, it's a bit hot there as well.
Yeah, it's a bit
Yeah.
too hot.
Somewhere nearer, yeah.
Abu Dhabi will work for me.
Abu Dhabi's great. It's great.
Okay, I'll leave that with you.
Oh,
to
it's a
sort
rooftop
out.
terrace as well.
Hello.
Perfect. Oh,
Look at
There
this.
you go.
All done.
And it's the last race, so we can all get drunk afterwards. If that's such a thing for you, I won't go into it. In all honesty, so much looking forward to the weekend. It's going to be great. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet the pair of you.
Thank you.
I think you guys are going to have a good race on Sunday.
We shall.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Oscar and Lando, for coming to see us. And the British Grand Prix of Silverstone this weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
The Chris Moyles Show. The Chris Moyles Show.
With the Skoda Enyaq.